And Acrisure Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Stewart sets to throw. His throw incomplete. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
On third down, here's Harris. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Stewart on first and 10. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second down, here's Stewart. Oh, wide open, complete, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Lewis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Clayton. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8 because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. Stewart. He's got it to Swan, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here's Stewart to throw it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing now, Stewart. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Let's go now.
It's a quarterback sneak, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This is Smith to the ground. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate? What's that?
That was, I used to hear my old man talk about, it usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Harris running straight ahead. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Mason. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They try again with Lewis. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 35 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On the handoff, Lewis running left. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now it's Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Brown. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
They snap it and 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in one play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
Stewart. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Play action. Now Jackson steps away. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
To throw is Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Another one for his trophy case. I mean, it's rare enough for a lineman to have one interception. He had one last week, and now back-to-back weeks.
It's absolutely amazing, isn't it, watching it happen? And how about the joy that you see in him back-to-back weeks, getting interceptions? He's going to be telling the defensive backs, I'm coming your way from now on, guys.
Yeah, take it easy.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is taken around the 12. 3 quarters in the books. Offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barber. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Out to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll run again with Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give. Running left is Harris. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. Lewis between the tackles. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Second down and 8. Jackson to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Harris. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On the give, this is Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was their defense that really made.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can SEE, cause I need your eyes on me. Once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly? I've been hooping like a